Recording. Right, so let's say I'm creating a query rule for my user collection. So right click, create user collection. So query rule one. So I'll define the limiting collection. So my limiting collections will be, hold on, I'll create a query rule. Let's on devices, for example. Right click, create device collection. So I'll define query rule one. I'll define the limiting collections. So I'll say all systems. Right, I'll go with all systems. Okay. Next, here I'll add a query rule. So query rule. So it is asking name. So I'll give query one. I'll select edit query statement. So it is giving me this window: general tab, criteria tab, and joins. So I'll go with criteria tab. I want to define the where clause. Right, so I'll click on this star button. Now I'll define where clause. So I'll select attribute class. So I'll say it's operating system. I'll say operating system, and attribute class I'll say name, operating system name, and value should be equal to. So let's say it is showing Microsoft 10 only, Windows 10. Why it is showing Windows 10? Because we have installed our client only on a single machine, so it is taking the operating system from that value. I'll click OK. Okay, so you can see this is the query what it has written. This is the query. So what I'll do, I'll copy this query and paste it in Notepad so we can have a view on the query. WordPress, and I'll raise the font size also. Right, so what it's doing, it is selecting from all, right? Selecting all from our SCCM server, and is joining a statement where we are requesting the operating system, where the operating system resource ID, and the name, where the name should be Microsoft Windows 10 Pro under our C Windows device, hard disk, and partition 2. So this is the query it is searching for. I'll click OK now. Now I can use incremental updates for this collection. So what will happen when I select incremental updates? So when any another operating system is added to my network, which is Windows 10 machine, and it has an agent installed, it will automatically update it in this collection and this membership. We'll move next. Next, and close. So now I have added this query rule. It is processing the data. So we'll just refresh it. It is still processing. I'll refresh it again. So you can see now I'm having one member count. So if I right click and show members, it will show my client PC. So you can see it is showing my client PC. So if more clients are added, it will be shown here. I'll come back to device collection. We'll create one more query rule. Right click, create device collection. I'll say query 2 or query rule 2. I'll click browse. So we'll limit to all systems. Okay. Next, now I'll add a query. So I'll define query 2. I'll edit the query statement, and again I'll go to the criteria. Let the tab open. So I'll go to the criteria tab. I'll add the query. So I want to define the where clause. So I'll select attribute class. Now let's say I'll define installed applications or installed software. I'll define installed software, and let's say name of the software. So installed, or let's say we'll go with, yeah, product name, and okay, where value is equal to. So here I'm not able to see anything because we haven't installed any software. So I'll change it. Instead of installed software, I'll go with memory, let's say, and attribute. So memory, total physical memory, okay, and we'll define the value. So it is showing 3.5 gigs. I'll say okay, 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 okay. Next, sorry, previous. I'll select use incremental updates for this collection. Next, next. So it is creating a query and close. So now if I go to this query, I'll refresh it. So again it will show our client one machine only because we have only one client. Let's say if I then go to show members, right click, show members. It is showing only one client computer. So in tomorrow's session, what we'll do, we'll install a client on our domain controller also. So domain controller is also having a 3.5 gigs of RAM. So at that time, domain controller should be available here in this query rule 2. Whereas in query rule 1, we have selected the operating system version Windows 10, right? So that's why it is showing only one machine. No need to worry. Right, so we'll try to create one more query. So let's say create collection. I'll define the query rule 3. I'll browse the limiting collection. So I'll give all systems as my limiting collection. Next, I'll add a query rule. So I'll give the query name as query 3. I'll edit the query statement. I'll go to the criteria tab. I'll add the query criteria where attribute class is equal to services. So let's say I'll come to services, and attribute value is, let's say, status. So I want services which have status value. Status of the value is okay, or let's say I'll change a status to startup mode. Start mode is equal to, I'll go to value is automatic. I'm defining services where start mode is automatic. Okay, and okay. So I want systems which have start mode automatic queries. Use incremental updates. Next, next, and close. Again, here we'll get only one system because we have here only one system in our SCCM environment where the agent is installed. So this information is fetched by our agent. Now here it is not important how many machines we have. What is important? The important is whatever concept we are learning. So how to run a direct rule and how to run a query rule. So if I go to the properties of this query rule, let's say I'll go to the properties of this query rule, and I'll come to membership rules. So here we added, if you haven't selected this incremental updates, so you can update it from here. Apart from that, if I go to this query rule again, I can add another query rule also. Let's say query rule 4. Okay, sorry, no, I'll click edit. I'll define the criteria. Edit. So where clause I am defining, so attribute classes. So let's say I'm defining auto start software, if any auto start software is there, right? So I want a product. So let's say I click product, may I get it or may I not? So I'm not getting any product, so I'll change the query. So let's say attribute class. Okay, I want client status is last log on. Okay, and where equals to, you can see the last log on is 6:51 a.m. or I can change the attribute also. Let's say I'll say management point, where management point is my seccmsrv.sp.com, and okay, I have added another query to the same query rule. So this is my collection, so my collection name is query rule 3. I have added two queries, so you can add multiple queries to a same collection, and I click apply. Okay, so the concept is that whatever queries we are adding, so I'll go again to the properties. We want to understand what is a direct rule and what is a query rule. So if I go to the query rule again, so here we need to define a query. Let's say I'll define a query again, and I'll go to edit query statement. So here we have so much attribute, so whatever is your requirement, you can select a respective attribute class and you can define a attribute. So for example, if I come to criteria again, browse, so I go to the where clause, so you can see we have so much attribute classes. So whatever attribute class you want, you can select from this attribute classes. So we have for mobile devices also, correct, for operating system also, for office product also, for physical disk also, for port numbers also, printer jobs also, protocols also, registry settings, serial ports, share folders, software licensing, etc., etc. We have so many attribute classes. Let's say I'll say select any attribute class. Let's say for example operating system, right? Let's say I'm selecting operating system. In the same way, we have attributes for respective classes. So for this operating system attribute class, we have so much attributes. So we have version, we have memory, we have time span, system directory, system device, status, serial number, registered user, product type, plus version, OS type, OS language, OS architecture. So let's say if I type OS architecture, okay, and if I go to value, it will show me 64-bit. At present, it is not showing, no need to worry. So you can see we have so much information in our attribute classes and attributes. So depending upon your requirement, you can select a respective attribute class and attribute. So the concept here, we need to understand what is a direct rule and what is a query rule, and when to create a direct rule, when to create a query rule, and how to create a direct rule and how to create a query rule.